Good morning.
Good morning.
What all is going on, man? What has
Nothing at all.
happening?
Nothing at all. Nothing at
Nothing
all.
at all. It's a nice
Nothing at
quiet
all.
Saturday for you, which is nice, right?
Yes. Yes.
That's good.
Always.
That's good. It is Saturday again. Me and Kenny are back.
Mm-hmm.
Or Kenny and I are back. I should use proper English. Kenny and I have returned. And it is Valentine's Day, which means tomorrow there's so much candy at a discount. It's going to be great.
Yes. Yes.
Right? Isn't that the best?
That's the best.
But
It's the
yeah,
best.
so we are hopefully gonna have better weather. I don't know what you guys are dealing with down there. We've had some snow melting, so that's nice.
Us too.
Us too. Yeah, so that's good. I'm trying to engage you, Kenny. I'm trying to dry you out. That's okay. But it is Valentine's Day, so of course your friendly neighborhood logical person is in the house. And I just like to say that, like, Valentine's Day should be whatever you want it to be. And for the people that are like, oh my God, I should be in a relationship right now, or I should be with somebody who's giving me something or whatever. That's all marketing.
Yep.
And marketing is a long route to how much money somebody can get out of you from some company.
Yes.
That's really pretty much all it is. So, when you're with somebody and you're in a good relationship, you both can decide what Valentine's Day is or not. You can spend any day, Tuesday, Sunday, right?
Yep.
I don't think so. I think you should be giving yourself like a nice pat on the back for being you. Start there. Yes. Right? And then, I don't know, do what you love to do on that day. Yes, self-love, right? In a clean way, in a nice clean way, self-love. Just saying, okay, I don't know, give yourself something that you would like to get, whether it's I want to go to a spa and spend a day doing something, or I want to just go eat something in some restaurant that I love and I like a specific meal, or I like to go to this coffee shop and I just want to take a book and go to this coffee shop and sit and listen to jazz and read my book, whatever. I'm gonna go tonight walking with my dog. We're gonna go out in the middle of the woods and we're gonna hike, and that's my thing. And so I'm just saying, it doesn't today is going to be it doesn't have to look like the world is telling you it's supposed to look day.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
I don't know.
All right.
Ron will tell you, and a few other people who are with us and going on daily, they'll tell you I'm not like a huge romantic person. It doesn't mean I don't like romance. It means that I don't believe in that traditional thing where somebody tells you what romance is supposed to look like. It's supposed to look like this, or it's supposed to look like that. It's supposed to be what you want it to be. And don't let anybody else tell you that you're not doing it the right way, is what I'm saying.
That's deep.
I'm the non-traditional person, and I don't believe in following like societal rules about. That's me, So it could be romantic. It could be what you could make your definition of romantic whatever you want it to be. So I guess that's what I mean.
So what you're saying is I should, that perfect sense. Because what you're saying is that I should go out right now, buy a BMW, a new one. There you go.
Listen, if you can afford a BMW,
there you go.
Then you should go out and buy a BMW.
Hey, I don't have self-love. I don't have a dog to walk, which I hope I would like. But you know what? You know what? You inspired me.
You could borrow my dog. He might walk you. You gotta watch him. That's that stupid joke I get every time I'm out walking my dog. I get that. Is your dog walking you, or are you walking them? I get that joke so much that I'm like rolling my eyes. I can't even answer it anymore. It's just so silly. And it's like, no. I will. Yes. So rescue a puppy. You know what? That's a good segue, because next week we have Animal Rescue Week coming up, right? So we're on the last day of Valentine's Day. Excuse me. And so we're gonna wrap up this love thing this week.
Yes, we are.
And
yes, we are.
it'll be Pet Week. I'm sorry. I want to make sure I say it right. And so it's going to be Pet Week. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to highlight my live feed so that people can find me. And that was what I was trying to do. And, you know, my phone is acting stupid today. So, yeah, my friend Siobhan will be on Monday. And Siobhan is quite the character. She is actually pretty cool. And so you'll get to listen to her wax poetic about all of her zoo pets experiences and, you know, stuff that I have a group that I run, and I have her in there, and every time there's an animal that we talk about, or somebody posts a reel about an animal, I'm like, I tag her and she pops it and she goes, did you know that such and such, you know, has she comes in with fun facts and all that kind of stuff and geographical stuff about animals. So she's pretty cool to talk to. That'll be fun to for an interview. She's a good interview. Anyway, so being that it's the 14th of February and it is Saturday and we are on Going On Daily, you know, here's what we want you to know. We're going to start with Kenny. Kenny's got some birthday information for us.
Yes, I had one, but Ron had a couple more. Happy birthday to Jim Kelly, one quarterback of the Buffalo Bills. Happy birthday to this young lady from the Brady Bunch. I remember the Brady Bunch.
You know, I heard Ron say something about the best mom in the world. He was talking about like some shows, and I think it might have been on the Love Boat. He was talking about Love Boat guests, and I could have sworn he was going to say Florence Henderson. I really did. I know it was Joanna Kearns.
Me
but
too.
I was surprised.
Me too.
I thought this has got to be Florence Henderson. Who else could it be? But
disrespectful. Disrespectful.
I don't know if it's disrespectful, but I know what you're saying. But yeah, to me, she's, and at least in my case, and I also have to talk about Felicia Rashad, of course, because she's also the best mom in the world, right? She's also the best.
Thank you.
But
yes.
I'm so sorry. I didn't want to interrupt you. You go on with your birthday stuff. Let's not digress.
All right. So, 2005, 3 former employees of PayPal, Steve Chen, Chad Hurley, and Jawed Kearns, was frustrated for not being able to share digital videos with one another. Opened an office above a pizzeria in San Mateo, California, and launched the site that will allow anyone to upload, view, and share videos of cute cats and puppies, virtually anything else as well. Happy birthday to YouTube. Happy birthday, YouTube.
You did?
Happy birthday.
I thought you said you worked at YouTube. You know, this is just off the top of my head. I have to go find it. Just go look it up. The first video ever on YouTube was like one of the creators like at a zoo with his kids. It was the very first video that was ever uploaded at that time. So that's it's kind of cool. And it's like in this terrible format. The pixels are like, you know, you can barely see it. It's like a tiny little, because at one time when you used to upload to YouTube, it would be a matter of like what kind of what I'm looking for. There's a specific amount of whatever it was that the video would only come up in the format that you could send it, and it would only load in the size of whatever that was. And it's different now, but at one time you could only upload from like these little flip phones and stuff like that, right? So you'd have these little. So the first video on YouTube, it's I think it's a bigger video because they expanded it, but it's all blocky and you know you can't even really see anything. But it's pretty cool. To go find it, and it's the beginning of a completely different era because like YouTube has become a crazy, totally different thing. Obviously, we are on YouTube. You know, this is another great segue. But I'm gonna let you continue, Kenny.
Yeah, that's it. That's all the birthdays I have.
That's all you had? Okay.
Yeah, that's all I have.
All right, so that's a segue into where you're seeing us right now, which is on YouTube. Like that's one of the places you're seeing us. You're also seeing us on Kick. You're seeing us on Rumble at Rhode Island Broadcasting. And then you're also seeing us on Twitch at RI_broadcasting. You're seeing us at on X or Twitter or whatever it's having an identity crisis, at Broadcasting RI, right? And you're listening to us on Spotify, Red Circle, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music at RI Broadcasting. And then we have a lot of social media. So are you ready for this? Are you ready? Get your pen and paper. We are on MeWe, TikTok, LinkedIn, Blue Sky, Parler, Space.
Hey!
It's funny how you're like programmed to do that. I think Ron programmed you to just respond to that. That's hilarious. And we're on Gab at RI Broadcasting. And then once again, repeating that you can listen to us as well on Twitter or X or whatever at Broadcasting RI. We are on Patreon at RI Broadcasting. And that is where you can get all of your merch. Your merchandise, coffee mugs and whatnot. I have to get mine. I have to set it up with Ron. Because I know it's going to take a while for him to get to the post office. I've heard about that. I should have started a long time ago on that.
Yeah.
And then if you forget anything I said or you don't know anything about what I said or it just went in one ear and out the other, we have a website, RhodeIslandBroadcasting.net. That's where everything is. And before I jump into the next thing, we're also on Facebook underneath me. Follow on Facebook at Going On Daily Morning Show. So get over there and like or follow that page. And then once you do, share, because we have to get to a certain amount of followers or members before we could start streaming there, which we used to do, and it's just a long story. But if you listen to almost every one of our videos before today, you will find out what that story is. But we did have a bunch of people, and we did have a nice stream going for a while there, and then we got blasted. We lost all of our information. And no, while you're on the Going On Daily, RhodeIslandBroadcasting.net, make sure that you vote. Last month, Mary Poppins came in the clutch and won. This month, we've got 90s drama series. And so you have Twin Peaks, The X-Files, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Oz, and ER. That QR code between me and Kenny right there. You click on that. You put that on your phone. It'll take you straight to the page. And then you get to vote. And we have a short month, so get on that. Right now, ER is in the lead.
Woo! Let's go! Let's go!
Is that your show? Is that what you voted for? I think we all voted for The X-Files, didn't we? I don't know. I know a lot of people voted for The X-Files. It seems like I've heard that from previous shows. But ER is a good show. ER was a great show. Yeah, I used to love it. I watched it for, what is it? I don't know, some ridiculous amount of 12 years or some crazy thing. A lot of seasons for that show. And then, no, because that's not McDreamy. Sorry. McDreamy is Grey's Anatomy, and that would have been Patrick Dempsey, who, what can I say? Patrick Dempsey was around when I was a kid. This is great because this will bring us right into the next topic. Patrick Dempsey was a lot of movies when I was a kid. You know, he was kind of plays the nerd when I was a kid. And there's some great, it tells you I didn't vote for ER. Yeah. If it's got doctors in it, you know what I mean? It's all one big blur, right? You had St. Elsewhere, you had ER, and Grey's Anatomy is also a doctor show, but it really wasn't around like when the other two were. I think it came around later. It was in the 90s, but late 90s or almost 2000s. But my point is that Patrick Dempsey, who, like I said, was in some movies when I was a kid, he turned out to be quite he's quite different to look at as an adult. That's all I'm going to say. He grew right into himself is all I'm going to say.
Wasn't he in Can't Buy Me Love?
He was in Can't Buy. That is one of my favorite movies ever. Can't Buy Me Love. I'm still not over Amanda Peterson dying. That was awful.
Oh, yes.
But he was great in that movie. There's a couple people in that movie that were good. If you ever get a chance to look up a guy by the name of Courtney Gaines, he is in everything. You don't know him by name, but if you look him up, he has had a character part in just about every 80s movie ever.
Yes, yes,
He's a great
yes.
guy, and so I always like to promote Courtney Gaines because most people don't know about him or they just don't think about it. So, but so as a kid, we had these I guess we had these tropes. We had these movies that we watched as a kids, right?
Mhm.
And growing up as teenagers and in the 80s, at least for me, there was this formula for romantic movies. Again, I'm gonna tell most people will tell you that know me, I am not into romantic I don't, or I'm not into them for what most people are into them for. I like to look at the psychological aspect underneath. Yeah, so Children of the Corn, Courtney Gaines. He was also in Back to the Future. He was the guy who pushed I would say oh god, I'm still waking up. He was the one on the dance floor who pushed over George McFly. That was Courtney Gaines. He was one of the guys in that group of bullies. He was also in, I think, The Burbs. He's just in a bunch of stuff. And somebody's phone's ringing again. Oh, I gotta get it. That's not me, but anyway. So we had these tropes that we were used to back then. That would start with a guy and a girl. Typically the guy would have a crush on the girl and he'd ask her out and blah blah blah. Maybe they'd go out once and she'd start liking him, and then he'd do something stupid, and then she'd be like, I'm done with this guy, and then there'd be this chase, right? That was Courtney Gaines trying to get on the show, but whoever's phone is ringing, whoever he called did not pick up. That's all we're gonna say. Anyway, so yeah, it was like this, and then this guy would do this grand gesture thing where he would follow her all over the place, and he would do all these crazy things, try to get her attention, and all that stuff. That's what we grew up with, and we're learning or not that we're learning. We should have known. Of course, we were kids, so we didn't know any better. To me, romantic movies are good entertainment, in the sense that you can sit down and say, well, it would be nice if something like that happened, but that's not real life. And I think it started with Disney, and I don't know anything about what guys think of these movies. I mean, most of them are just interested in action films and whatever anyway. But what I'm saying is, we started as young girls, we started with Disney. And Disney was, if you have to watch something like Disney, in my opinion, it was just entertainment. It was a story that you were being told about something. That's my dog going back and forth behind me over there. I'm not sure what he wants to do. He's confused. So I personally, maybe it's because I have a logic brain, that I never looked at it like it was life. I never looked at it like it was supposed to be the way I was watching it on TV. It was just something to watch about two people, or a story about something that went on over there. So I never took it personally. But as a DJ, I gotta tell you that a lot of the brides I've dealt with, and I'm talking hundreds, they watched a lot of Disney. And then there was this expectation of what their world was supposed to be like, their relationships were supposed to be like, their weddings were supposed to be like, that kind of thing. I can't explain it, but a lot of them took to heart the stuff that they watched. And I just think it's probably not a good idea to do that, because I would say most romances on TV or on movies that we watch or whatever, growing up, and even movies that have been classically romantic movies, they're not healthy relationships. And there's all these hidden messages in these movies that we're not. I think most people just watch it and go, oh, wouldn't it be nice if somebody just did this thing and everybody lived happily ever after? And I'm the one that's well, what happens after that? What happens when the movie ends? What kind of relationship do they have after that? Does anybody talk about that? And everybody's like, well, that's not fun. We don't think that's fun to talk about real life, right? So it's okay, let's watch the movie and let's say this is a great movie, and let's move on and go back to our lives. But I just think a lot of people find some of these movies to be different than I think the message that the movie was trying to tell. The first movie I always start with, it's my favorite movie, everybody's sick and tired of listening to me talk about this movie, but 500 Days of Summer. And I don't know if you've seen it or not. If you have not, it's, I would say, a modern romance. There's a whole point to this movie. As movies have gone on and as like the 2000s have come along and stuff like that, there've been a lot more like, let's look at the situations, let's look at these relationships and see what's really going on. To me, it's a litmus test, meaning if you watch the movie, how you decide that the movie, well, what you decide the movie's telling you is almost like more about you than the movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you're one of the last people on Earth to see 500 Days of Summer and you live under a rock, but the beginning, if you follow the movie and you pay attention to it, it tells you exactly what you're going to see. But so many people have come out of that movie mad about a storyline that they didn't like, when the storyline is laid out for you like in the first probably 5 minutes of the movie. Like, it literally tells you you're going to see this and this and this and this, and this is not what this is, or this is what this is, or whatever it is. And here we go. And at the end, how you come out of that movie determines like how much you're paying attention to what the plot of the movie was supposed to be. Long story short, there were a lot of movies like that. The next one I got to bring up is The Notebook. I understand that a lot of people find The Notebook romantic, but let's look at The Notebook. If you have you seen it?
A little bit of it. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I've seen a little bit of it here and there, and then I follow this channel on YouTube called Cinema Therapy, right? And there's just two guys that one of them is a therapist and one of them is a movie producer, and they sit down and they go all through these storylines. It's pretty cool, right? Because one guy will kind of give you, hey, this is how they got that shot and this is the kind of lighting they use. It's really cool. But the other guy's like, if this were a real relationship, this would be absolutely horrible. And The Notebook is an example of the most toxicity-laced relationship you could ever have. So while if you're watching the movie and it's entertaining, things like threatening suicide, things like physical abuse, things like infidelity. There's all kinds of stuff going on in this movie that I think most people that watch it, I don't know if they put it in a certain light, or they, Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling just are so good looking on film that nobody cares about what's happening. If you're a fan of James Marsden, which I was up until I found out some stuff about James Marsden, so I'm not the biggest fan of his at this point. But in this movie, he plays this like poor guy that's just like, she's like a nurse and he's coming off a war and she just like nurses him back to health. And then like he wants to marry her. He's like this nice guy with all this money and he's trying to like just be in her life, but she just cheats on him. Like, it's just funny to me. And like I said, I'm not saying that The Notebook is a terrible movie. I'm saying that like the message of that movie is not, this is romance and this is this great. There's all this other stuff underlying that goes in there that you have to pay attention to. There's manipulation going on in that movie. There's one point in the movie where he's just like, what do you need me to be? I'll be whatever you want. That's not romance. That's like that's like psychosis. That's something's like, if somebody says that to you, maybe it matters. Maybe it matters like who it is that's saying it to you. I don't really know, but like that's a person who decides that they're just going to spend their whole life being whatever you want is not healthy. It's just not healthy. And I know a lot of women are like, oh, wouldn't it be so nice if a man came along and just did anything I wanted and just like threw himself off of, equipment at carnivals and all kinds of other stuff to get my attention. But like, no, like you would have to look at that person and you would have to question what this person's like mental state is. You just would, while it's nice in a movie and it's okay to get swept up in the movie. That's nothing wrong with that. You can't really look at it as real life, right? And the end of the movie was how they kind of went through everything they went through, and they at some point became an actual couple, and then all of that other stuff went away. But that doesn't excuse how they ended up where they ended up, right? So anyway, these kind of movies, there's a movie I was just talking to somebody about the other day, St. Elmo's Fire. I love St. Elmo's Fire. I grew up on it.
Oh,
I know every
great,
word of it.
great,
It has the
great
best
movie.
soundtrack ever.
Yes, yeah.
But once again, everybody in that movie is toxic to some degree. They're all trying to do. I get it because they're in their 20s. They just graduated high school and they went through college and they just graduated college and they're so trying. It's a movie about them just trying to like be adults and they're not sure how to do it. I get it. Especially when I first saw it, because when I first saw it, it was definitely like at that point in my life. So it's like, all right, what am I doing with my life? Who am I? What am I going to do? But every one of them in that movie has toxic qualities and is doing something to hurt themselves, to hurt somebody else. They're just like leaving a trail of destruction behind them. And in a way, it's okay because they're young and they're in their 20s. They're supposed to learn by doing things and making mistakes. So if you look at it that way, it's fine. But if you look at it like this is romance and this is what I want, like you have to think twice about that. Right. Also, there's other types of love where you'll see a movie where there's like a love scene or a love story, but it's not really the main point of the movie. And the two I'm going to bring up are one is Juno. I love Juno so much. I just love Juno so much. And Juno's more of a love story between a woman who's having a child or a kid who's having a child and like the parent that she hopes that child has, which is it's a pretty cool message for a movie. It's not something you usually see. And so really it's a love affair between the person who's pregnant and the person who's adopting the child, in the sense that she's more interested in making sure her child lands in a safe place than what's going on in her life. And as a kid, obviously she's too young to be pregnant anyway. And there's another movie called Waitress, and I'm not sure if you've seen Waitress. Okay. Waitress is a movie that it actually it's pretty good, but it's just like it's all about a girl she's just married to a guy he's just a complete Jerry Masisto. He's a complete jerk and he's abusive, and she works in this diner. And it's just about her life or whatever. And at some point, this piece of crap guy that she's married to, she gets pregnant by. And then it's all about it's more about her finding herself, and there's an affair she has, and there's all other kind of stuff that's going on. But like at the end of the day, it's like what matters to her at the end of the whole thing is like that she's got her child and she's safe from this jerk that she's married to. And it's just about her love affair with her daughter, her becoming a mother and being her most important thing. You and I have probably seen Boomerang. I know you've seen Boomerang.
Of course, I've seen Boomerang. Of course.
I mean, that's a kind of a romance. That's whatever you call it, a chick flick or whatever. It's got a lot of comedy in it, but really it's about a reverse of chauvinism. It's about chauvinism being brought to light. And to me, that's the underlying message of that movie. Is that once you meet somebody who's like you, who's out there just doing what you're doing, and you have to now become accountable for stuff that you did to others that's being happened. It's you and Eddie Murphy. That movie's just like, oh my God, this is the worst thing ever. Oh my God, I'm going to die. This terrible thing that's happening to me. It's kind of like, no, you did this to like 20 women before you met somebody who basically made you, whatever you want to call it, kind of toe to toe, gave you basically the same medicine. So that's what that story is about. There's a movie called Love and Other Drugs, if you've seen that. That's a movie about literally a guy who is working for a drug company, he's out there, whatever, being, he's a playboy and he's doing his thing and he's making all kinds of money working for a drug company, selling whatever it is. I think Viagra becomes the thing. He's not a street pharmacist. He's actually worked for like a pharmacy he works for like a pharmaceutical company. And he's one of those guys that goes to to the different doctor's offices and like drops the pamphlets and says, here's a bunch of samples and whatever. He's just trying to get a bunch of doctors to like subscribe to these drugs for their patients, that kind of thing. Anyway, he meets up with a woman who has a disease or who has a neurological disorder that needs drugs. And it's almost like he becomes very protective of her, and it's a long story, but basically it's the guy pushing the drug getting involved with a woman who's looking for a drug. Not the same exact issue, but how they become bonded over that. So anyway, have you ever seen Sunshine of the Spotless Mind?
No.
Okay, that's actually a good relationship. It's a relationship movie, but it's almost it's about a couple who's so upset about their relationship that they try to go underneath a medical procedure to have each other erased from their memories, because they feel like they need, the other person is so ingrained in their brain that they need to like wipe that out. And so it actually shows you. It's pretty cool. It's like got some CGI. It's some pretty cool like dreams and things that the both of them have of things that they did, and how when somebody removes something from your memory, it happens while you're actually having the memory. So sometimes they're having an argument in a memory that he has, and he's under the anesthesia, and they're doing the process, and that person just goes missing while they're talking, that kind of stuff. So they did a lot of kind of cool stuff with that, but it's all about like how you can't take away with some of these relationships, like the stuff that you have to do. You have to fight, or you have to argue, or you have to work through stuff. And in their case, they didn't think they could work through stuff, and so they thought that it would be better if they just act like they never met. And they go through a series of trying to rectify stuff that went wrong in their relationships, but basically they have to be in each other's lives, and all the bad stuff comes with the good stuff. It's a good movie. Have you ever seen Benny and June?
Benny and June.
Benny and June.
No.
That's a cute movie. I think if like I want to watch a romantic movie, that would be a cute movie to watch. Yeah, Benny and June is like a it's from the late 80s, but it's prime I don't know. It's got a good soundtrack. And it's prime Johnny Depp. It's like Johnny Depp's just like in a good place in his life. And he's basically a kid who for whatever reason thinks he's Buster Keaton, and it's a cute movie. It's a cute movie. If you get a chance to watch that, then there's like a movie called The Breakup, which is about objectivity. Yeah, Benny and June was very cute. Again, it's light. It's kind of, it does have to do with a mental disorder. I know a lot of people don't like Depp. I'm not going to get rid of Depp.
How could you not like Captain
I know. I do. Listen, I love Johnny Depp. Always have. So, and I can't really say that stuff that happened to him towards the end of his life, or the end of his life. He's still alive, but towards more recently, I don't know that stuff's all on him. So, and I'm not going to go there. But
how could you not like Captain Jack Sparrow?
I don't know. I mean, he's been in a million movies that I like. So, so The Breakup is, what was that? 21 Jump Street.
Great.
Well, his very first role, I'm a horror movie girl, and the very first role he's ever in was Nightmare on Elm Street. And the only reason he was in it, was because Wes Craven's daughter, I think, had a boyfriend, and like, I can't remember what happened, but he showed up on set because somebody else was in it, and he just was there to watch. And somebody asked if he could be in it because he was a good-looking kid, and that's kind of how he got his start. Basically, he was just sort of like walking around the set and ended up in it, is what I'm saying. Anyway, there's a movie called The Breakup. It's a really good movie, but like, I have people that will say to me, I don't like that movie, and I say, why? And they say, well, because they never got back together. And I say, have you seen the title of the movie? And they're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, it's called The Breakup. They're supposed to break up. Like, the whole point of the movie is that they break up. And maybe they don't get back together, but like, that happens sometimes. So that's a realistic kind of it's a movie about how they're both trying to get back at each other over something that went wrong. And it turns into a thing where they just don't end up together. They like, the whole thing comes down. They end up selling their condo, and they don't get back together. And that's the point of the movie. But some people actually are so romantically whatever that they don't like that anybody would like not end up at the end. There's no, sometimes the movies don't come together at the end and tie the big bow on it, where some people don't like that, I guess. And then Titanic is not really a romance to me. No. Titanic is a survival story to me. And if you look at the romance, it's great, but behind the scenes, the story of the Titanic is really, we all know how it ends. It is not a murder movie. It's all about how the Titanic happened. Obviously, we know the story, but like
Right.
obviously to me the big story is James Cameron and how much money he spent on that movie and how absolutely amazing it looks. There was room on the door, but the door wasn't. They were too heavy for the door, and you know that. Stop it with that.
Right.
They both got on the door. One fell off because it didn't hold the two of them. Anyway, yeah. We just had that comment. But so here's what I think. And most people, I'm a dark person, so you ready for my story about Titanic?
I'm ready.
I think that Rose didn't have. I didn't think Jack didn't exist. I don't think Jack existed. I think she was going through extremely traumatic experience because of everything that was going on. And I think she made up somebody to get her through all of that. And if you look at the movie close enough, there's really no trace of Jack. There's kind of no trace of Jack. He didn't have any information. He didn't have any paperwork. He came from somewhere and nobody knew at the end of the day, he wasn't on any of the registers. Like, I just don't think he existed. I think it was a relationship she wanted. I think she was with that. Billy Zane was a great character. That movie was such a jerk. And I think she was dealing with abuse and she was in her early 20s or late whatever. And I think she made up Jack to pull her through the experience of that ship going down. Ooh, and she survived. That's what I think.
Wow, that's deep. That's deep.
I'm one of those people. But also, I mean, let's look at Romeo and Juliet. That's a story about a bunch of people dying. It's not romantic.
Yep. Nope.
It's also a story about some children who shouldn't have been involved in all that nonsense. Between 13 and 17 years old. Let's look at that. But at the end of the day, everybody died, and so this whole thing about romance being based on Romeo and Juliet would be horrible, because that's the end of that was tragic, right?
Yeah.
So it's all about perspective. It's all about perspective and how you look at it, how you see what you're watching, what you take from the movie. Yeah. And so, I want you to go. Oh, and by the way, one of my favorite romance couples was from the Addams Family. It was Raul Julia and Angelica Houston. They were so cool. Like, that was a cool romance, the two of them, just like a couple that were just. It was a funny movie, but like the couple that they were was pretty cool. A lot of people are like Gomez and Morticia. What's wrong with that? Gomez and Morticia. What's wrong with that? That's a cool couple. Just because it was the Addams Family, just because it was like they had a kind of a healthy relationship, even though the rest of the movie was crazy. Anyway,
you like the tango.
I want you to all go home. I guess, yes. Well, best romance movie, Lady and the Tramp. I think Lady and the Tramp was like, I think The Notebook was just like a reincarnation of Lady and the Tramp. Oh, and by the way, if you like Love Actually, there's another movie with a bunch of nonsense in it. And like, I'm marrying this guy and we're sitting home watching TV and his best friend shows up and starts showing me picture after picture about how he's obsessed with me. And then he leaves at the door and I'm supposed to be like, okay. Right? The guy that the friendship that the two guys that were friends, and he married Keira Knightley, one of them. If you've ever seen that movie. And so on Christmas, the other one comes to the door, like, just tell your husband that you're listening to carolers. And then he's got a slideshow of, I always thought you were the perfect woman, blah, 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 blah. Like, he just professes his love to her and then leaves. Like, this is not romance. That's like absolutely horrible. Anyway, that's it. So there you go. Go home and go after this, take your coffee and think about this Titanic. Think about it.
That's deep.
There was no Jack. There was no Jack.
That's deep.
But Kenny, it's over to you.
Okay, all right.
I've ruined Kenny's life.
All right, okay. So Sometimes you got to give the people what they want. So
Mm-hmm.
I went on social media and asked for some funny love stories, and some of them are pretty funny. So I have one, two, three, four that I'm going to read to you,
Mm-hmm.
to our viewers, and then you tell me what you think. All right? All
Okay.
right. The number one is from Jean. My friend Mark and I work in a lawnmower part warehouse. Somehow Mark got the idea that his wife did not want a Valentine's Day card. But when he talked to her on the phone, that's what she was expecting. Mark
Okay.
had no time to go out to the store, so he looks around the office and he sees these lawnmower magazines scattered all over the office and got an idea.
Hmm.
Using scissors and glue, he created a card with pictures of mowers. Mhm. He
Okay.
made the card and wrote I lawn for you mower and mower each day. Mark's wife loved it and it's now refrigerator worthy.
Okay. I think that's fine.
I think that's fine too. Okay.
I don't. I don't. I don't. Yeah, that's pretty funny. That's cute. I would like it. I would like it. I don't know if I have any say in these things. Only because I'm not a Valentine's Day person, so I wouldn't
I
even.
hear. I
So
hear.
I would think it was cute, but I'm not expecting $100,000 of gifts, and I'm not one of those people. So
Mm,
I don't really. I love it. I think it's cute. I think it's adorable.
that's pretty cute. Pretty cute. This one's from Brad. My high school English teacher was well known for being a fair but hard grader. One day I received a B minus on a theme paper. In hopes to better my grade and in the spirit of Valentine's season, I sent her a box of hard chocolates. The inscription wrote, Be mine. Next day I received in return a Valentine from my teacher. It read, Thank you, but it's still a be mine us.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
fair.
Okay. Yeah, fair, right? It's fair, right?
Two
Fair, right?
different. That's my buddy Will. Two different things. School and yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why I
Right.
don't know why that would change the grade. I'd be like, "Hey, thanks for the
See?
chocolates though." Yeah,
Yeah. Good luck. Yeah. Good luck. Yeah.
it's not transactional. You want to
No.
up your grade, then you have to do extra credit. You know that.
Exactly. Exactly.
You got to say,
Exactly.
"Listen, what can I do to up my grade? Give me some more."
Right? Chocolates.
Absolutely.
Chocolates. Ah.
Well,
All right.
I'm
Next one
not
is.
saying the chocolates are bad. I would still like the chocolates, but I would not. It would not sway my grade of the paper.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty fair
Mm-hmm.
teacher. I like that.
Me too. Me too. The next one is from Cindy. My husband is a certified public accountant. Works 15 hour days for the first few months of each year. In spite of his hectic schedule, he took time out to and order me flowers for Valentine's Day. While pondering what sweet endurement to write on the card, he obviously began thinking of how many hours he had left, and his note was roses are red, violets are blue. If I weren't thinking of you, I'd probably be through. That's nice. Isn't that sweet?
That's cute.
Isn't that sweet? Isn't that sweet?
I don't know. I
Yeah,
would assume that my husband would and I would have like a sense of humor together, so that would
yeah,
just make me laugh. But
right, right.
yeah,
And last but not least, I thought this was funny.
okay.
So this is from Theodore. Driving through Southern California, I stopped by a roadside stand that sold fruit and vegetables and crafts.
Mhm.
As I go to pay, I notice a young lady painting a sign. I asked why the new sign. She said my boyfriend did not approve of the old one. As he looked up, the sign said, Local honey dates nuts.
That is pretty funny. That's cute.
So he understood and she was painting
Yeah.
a new sign. Yeah.
That's pretty cute.
So that's pretty cute, huh? Local
It
nuts.
is. I mean, I don't think
So
I don't see that. It's a cute little joke. Yeah. Would it actually happen? I don't know.
Hey, I don't know.
Yeah.
So thank those people for sending in those funny stories.
And now listen, if you want to send more funny stories to Kenny,
Yeah.
you have to go to our
All
website
right.
and email them. Attention, Kenny.
Yes.
This is my funny story.
Yes.
So he can
Please
read
do.
these. You know.
Please do. We need them. Please do.
But yeah. So anyway, I just have a quick segment on oxytocin, the fun drug, the bonding chemical, right?
Mhm.
Women are wired with a bonding chemical called oxytocin. It's not necessarily all just women though. Men are too. Women just happen to be more wired for it than men, but it doesn't mean all people are. With women, it's just higher levels. So when we're in proximity of a prospective mate that trips our pheromones, our bodies then go to work trying to get us to create long-term bonding with that person. And part of the process is that it revs up like our amygdala, which is kind of our little thing in our brain that teaches us when we're in danger. Kind of gets dulled down. Frontal lobe, which kind of gives us a sense of reason and consequence, gets dulled down. And we won't use as much reason and common sense to avoid somebody that we are not really good with or that is not in our best interest, right? So if you ever say to yourself, there's this person in my life and I really like them a lot, but I know they're no good for me, but I can't stop thinking about them. Oxytocin might be the thing that's happening. And the only reason I say that is because if you know that, it can help you. It can help you to make more decisions that are maybe better for you. And men go through a similar process for different reasons, but like for women, I always wanted to know, like, if I started tripping over some guy because I slept with him, why would that happen, right? I can't just walk around living my life. I have to like analyze everything to death. Everybody knows that about me. So it's not fate. That's all I'm saying is if you can't get somebody off your mind and if you write down all the things about them that are good for you or not good for you, and you see that the list of them not being good for you is longer, it is not fate that's drawing you to that person. Like it's your body literally trying to perpetuate, right? Because we have this DNA in us that's trying to perpetuate, like, and create, you know, and make children and bring the species forward, kind of thing, right? If you look at a guy objectively and you say, or you look at a woman objectively and you say, this person's not for me. This person doesn't have things I want. This person's not working. They're not driving. Whatever it is, things that should obviously be something that work for you. I'm saying that people that are driving or working aren't for you. I'm just saying if that's what you're looking for, but you keep going back to this person and you don't understand why, then I would say get a piece of paper and pencil and write down the traits about them realistically. And then if you're going to sleep with them, which I don't think you should, but if you're going to, then write down within the next 3 days of that the same characteristics and see whether or not you're skewing your information based on this bonding chemical that's going through your brain saying, yeah, but I know all of that stuff. This is stuff that you probably heard your friend say. I know that these are good for me, or I know that all this stuff is not good, but I can't help myself. I don't know what it is. I keep having to call them. I don't know. That's what that is, right? And so basically, whatever it is, if you basically oxytocin is just something that you should be aware of, right? If you're really crazy over some guy and you know they're not good for you, then you might be ODing on oxy, right? Or oxytocin, not oxycontin, oxytocin.
Oxytocin.
But there's other chemicals that are good for you. For men, typically vasopressin is higher, and that's like something that like creates like a protective vibe in them, and a more for guys, they're more interested in making sure that you're okay. And fighting other people off for you and things like that. That's what vasopressin does for guys. But there's also serotonin, and serotonin is like more of a relaxing chemical, something that you want. Serotonin is like, if you get into like a bubble bath and you're drinking some, like it's just a chill vibe. It chills your body out, chills your brain out. Serotonin's a good thing to have in your system. And then there's also dopamine. Dopamine is what most people chase. Dopamine is that reward drug. People that are in casinos and people that smoke or drink, or that's dopamine creates this reward system for them that when they get the thing they want, their brain creates a bunch of dopamine and as a chemical. So they want to go and get more of that chemical. Drugs can be associated with dopamine. I'm trying to think of things that people are addicted to, because really it's a drug that causes addictive responses in people. But yeah, it's just a quick, I would just say that, like, understand that when you can't forget about somebody, or you can't get away from somebody, or you feel like you can't get somebody out of your life, or you can't forget about, you're not able to move on. It's just your brain chemistry that is trying to get you to bond with that person, and your brain chemistry does not care if that person is good for you. It doesn't care if so a quickie doesn't produce oxytocin, but a quickie does produce dopamine, and that's a reward thing. So that can be addictive. There are people who are addicted to this, what you would call strange. Where it's like, hey, you go out, you meet somebody you don't know, you kind of have like a little fling, don't never call them again, repeat. People that are like that are addicted to like the dopamine of that experience, but it wears off. You don't want that person for 2 days, because then now the dopamine's gone. It's really only the what do you call it, the thrill of the chase, or the acquiring something that you want. It doesn't necessarily. And there are people who even like buy gifts from Amazon, or buy stuff from Amazon that have dopamine reward centers, that like just they have this excitement of buying the thing. Do you know anybody that buys a bunch of stuff but then never uses it? I mean, that's dopamine. There's like somebody that just, the thrill of buying things itself is what they like, but they don't really care about it once it gets to their house, or just that thing where you can actually, if you're on dating sites or if you're on social media, there's a process of dopamine that comes from Elmer Fudd gets dopamine when he catches Bugs Bunny. Yes, but you got to let him go, or else it doesn't work. He doesn't want him when he catches him. He has to let him go so he can chase him again.
It's like the Roadrunner.
If you
the coyote.
All these social media people, they went to casinos to find out what makes people addicted to what casino machines, and they figured out that intermittent reward systems work for people and forces your brain into like this thing. And so every time you're in any social media now, if you notice, you can pull down on the screen and you get new stuff. That comes straight out of a casino. That all the people that have decided, I can't remember if it was Twitter that did it first, or one of those platforms did it first, where they could get people to pull down and they get new information every time they do it. Your brain, it's like literally like you're a rat in a cage. Your brain, it's addicted to that. And then every other platform picked up that same thing. So no matter what you do now, you can pull down on your screen and get new messages, new stuff in your feed, whatever. That's dopamine. That's dopamine at work. So it's kind of cool to look it up. It'd be something that you'd be interested in to find out, like, why do I do the things I do? I don't know. Maybe most people don't care why they do the things they do, but for me, I do. That stuff, if I know that stuff, it actually makes me make better choices. I can laugh at it and say, okay, well, here's this guy who's absolutely no good for me, and I'm really attached to him, and I can't, but I know why that is now. So all I do is override the thing, because I know why it's happening. And it might not be good for me. Whereas if I didn't know that, I would just chase it, because I would think it was supposed to be fate, or I was supposed to be with this person, and maybe, I would have ended up in a different situation. So there you go. Oxytocin.
Oxytocin.
Oxytocin. So yes, the phrase "I'm ODing on oxy. It does not mean drugs. It just means my brain's producing so much of it that I cannot think straight. And this person in front of me is like not even the slightest bit good for me at all. I'm nothing if not educational. I want to make sure people are, as much as I think you'd be swept away by romance, I think you should kind of use your brain too a little bit.
Yep. I agree.
Because your relationships are better in the long run if you make better choices in the beginning.
Yep.
So, what can I say? Maybe I'm more scientific, but yes. So yeah, that wraps. I don't know if that wraps us up. Kenny, do you have anything you'd like to add?
I think Ron has a top 5. Yes, I do.
Oh yeah,
I do.
Okay.
Yeah,
he does.
I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with Never mind.
By the way, that movie True Romance is one of the best movies ever. I forgot to mention that because you put it up on the screen.
Love that movie. That's a great movie.
That movie is so great. It has 150,000 good actors in it. It's just the best movie ever.
Wait, are there that many people in the movie?
And it has a Rottweiler in it. Who doesn't love anything with a Rottweiler in it?
Yes, it has it has a Roddy in there.
It does.
And your dog is not a dog; it's like a horse.
My dog is
right. Right? I was like, what the heck? I was like, what the heck is back there? What kind
He's
of
about 130 pounds. Yeah.
Whoa.
He's a big boy, but Rottweilers are big dogs. So, what are you gonna do?
Nobody's gonna mess with you with a Roddy.
No, I gotta tell you, sleeping with a Rottweiler like next to you in the bed is the most safest sleep ever. Like ever. Like you really don't have to think about anything. If something happens, he's on it. Like he'll bark the tiniest little. Sometimes he barks at nothing, and it's annoying at 4 a.m. But you don't have to think about it.
Nothing could be something.
Yeah.
I have had people that have come to the house, and just by listening to him, not even seeing him, they've been like, "No, thank you, no, thank you," just from him barking.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
It's time. Let's go.
I got the top 5 celebrities with Valentine themed names.
Wow.
You're gonna love this one.
Oh, here we go.
Kenny?
Okay. All right.
I think you're actually gonna approve of this one.
All right, let's see here.
And that means so much to me.
Well, you don't know that he did yet. Wait till let's see if he does.
Yeah, I know.
Let's not get excited about it already.
So there's a lot of people with Valentine's theme name. I mean, you can start with Jake's favorites, Brett and Owen Hart.
Yes.
You know them.
Yes.
Not on the
that's
list.
what I'm talking about.
Not on the list.
Nope. Okay.
You're still gonna like it though, Kenny. Brandon Flowers, former New England Patriot. Flowers, right?
Flowers, yeah.
Okay.
There is, of course, St. Valentine, Bobby Valentine, former Red Sox Met manager, and Greg Valentine, former WWE wrestler.
Yes.
Also not on the list, Kenny. Also not on the list. Not on the list. John Lovitz. Yes, Chakra. That's a great one. Still not on my list. Welcome here, Chakra. We have a bunch of gamers in the house. Amanda and Chakra. You know?
Nice.
Also, if you're into the Olympics, they have a snowboarder, Valentino Guselli. Valentino.
Okay.
Not bad. He's good.
Bet she's not on the list.
No, he's not. He's not. Roseanne Barr Arnold. Not on the list.
What part of that? Oh,
Rose.
Because Rose.
Rose. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's also Rosanna Arquette.
Rosanna Arquette.
And of course, baseball legend Pete Rose.
Yeah.
Go Pete. Pete.
Kenny, not on the list. Even though I know you met him personally, but he still didn't make the list.
You're gonna give Kenny a stroke.
He was part of that Cincinnati team that beat the Red Sox. I can't have that. Can't have it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, okay.
Right?
All right, I get that. Okay, I get that.
There's Davis Love the third. If you like golf, I do not, so he didn't make my list. Also, Jordan Love, quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. Kevin Love, former sharpshooter.
Yes, I'm talking about.
Did not make the list, Kenny. I gave no love to Kevin Love.
He's related to the Beach Boys. Come on now. He's related to the Beach Boys.
Yes. Yes, which brings up the next guy, Mike Love of the Beach Boys.
See?
Did not make the list.
See? Oh,
Didn't make
wow. Wow.
And of course, Courtney Love also did not make my list.
Wow, yeah.
She didn't make mine either.
No, mine either.
So who did make my list? Honorable mentions, Charlie Rose. Remember the news guy
Yes.
in the mornings? I like Charlie.
I think
looks
he's in
like
the
somebody
files,
you
man.
trust.
I think he's in the files. Charlie Rose. Yeah.
Good old
I
Charlie.
like Charlie Rose.
I think he's in the files.
There's also Brandon Flowers, not of the Patriots, but Brandon Flowers of the Killers. He plays the keyboards for them. He made my list. Yes,
Killers is a good
ahead
band.
of Kevin Love and all of them.
Killers is a good band.
It's great. That's one of my favorite bands of the 2000s.
That was a great era too. Yeah. Killers is great.
My number 6, The Bubble.
The Bubble.
The old Bubble.
Rose McGowan.
I love Rose McGowan.
Oh, I didn't even mention Rose Kennedy either. Didn't make my list. Didn't make my list.
Poor Rose Kennedy.
I know.
She
All
got
right,
settled
number
with a lot of
5.
crazy
Kenny,
relatives.
I know you're going to like this one. Number 5, your favorite Chicago Bull, Derek Rose.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All right. All right.
Derek Rose.
All right. Okay. All right.
Great player.
Okay.
Great player.
All right. Player.
Not the best bull, but great player.
Here we go.
Okay, I don't think Kenny's loving this. Doesn't look like it.
No, he loves that Derek Rose is there. He's the second best in my book. He's Kenny's favorite.
Okay.
He's making
All right, number 4,
disapproving
Kenny,
faces.
and I know. Look, I know both of you are gonna love this number 4.
Oh, you think?
I know.
All right.
Let's see.
All right.
This is
Okay,
fact.
all right.
Rosie Perez.
Oh
Rosie Perez.
no, I do not like Rosie Perez.
Oh, no.
Ooh. No.
Boy,
Not a fan.
maybe I
Like I really don't like Rosie Perez. Not a fan. I mean, she's okay.
By the sounds
sure.
of it, I don't think either of you like her.
I have my own personal reasons for that.
Oh.
Sharon is a big fan of Davis Love. Sharon's a
Let me find out you
golfer,
got
by the
beef.
way.
Let me find out you got beef playing over Rosie Perez. She ain't been.
I have a
Jake
beef.
Lacey.
I have beef with
Jake-
Rosie
I
Perez.
don't even know who Jake Lacey is. Who's Jake Lacey?
Okay.
I don't know. I do not know.
Was
He
that
was
the
born on Valentine's Day, but I don't. I'm not including just because you're born on the day. You have to have the name.
Okay.
All
Yes,
right,
very
so you
specific.
both hated Rosie Perez. Shocker.
Kenny probably doesn't. I'm sure Kenny's fine with it. It's just a me thing.
Don't make no man.
I don't know. Okay.
Even though I loved White Man Can't Jump.
It was the law one. What's the one with the court? She was with Joe Pesci in that movie.
That's not Rosie Perez.
I don't know.
That is not Rosie Perez.
In what movie? I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway,
yeah.
My Cousin
Okay.
Vinny, wasn't it that one?
She's
That's
not a
Marissa
Tomei.
Tomei.
Not Rosie.
Oh, wait. Rosie Perez was in what movie? I know she was
White
in a
Man
movie
Can't
with
Jump.
White Man Can't Jump.
Wasn't
Oh,
she
yeah,
in
yeah.
Do the Right Thing and some other stuff?
Yep.
She was in
a long
you know
time.
what? She was with Marissa Tomei in Untamed Heart. The two of them were actually together in that movie.
All right. Number 3.
Okay.
Number 3. Lou Diamond Phillips.
Oh, where's he been? Lou Diamond Phillips.
I liked him.
Yeah.
I thought he was pretty good in a lot of things. La Bamba, Kenny. La Bamba.
Yeah.
La Bamba.
Wasn't he in the cowboy movie?
Thank you. Yep, that's a good
What
one.
movie was that? Young Guns or something?
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Regulators, mount up.
Why did I
Simon
have that
Phillips.
crap in my memory? Where did I pull that from? That's ridiculous. That was a waste of space. But anyway, yeah.
So of course, diamonds are a girl's best friend. Valentine's Day, perfect,
they
right?
say.
So we have to stay with the diamond, right? Gotta stay with
Sharon's
the diamond.
jumping on
and
yours.
Mr. Neil Diamond
There you go. There you
is
go.
number 2.
There you go.
Brothers
go.
love traveling something.
Yes, Axl Rose is a good one.
That's my jam.
Yeah.
Axl Rose is a good one. Not on my list because I don't really like him as a person.
Ooh, I just found out some stuff about him. I don't like him anymore either. Woo.
Yeah. It's probably the same things that I'm thinking about him.
Yeah.
Also, there was like Rose Byrne, Rosie O'Donnell, Rose MacGyver, Rose Stone. You know, there was a whole bunch of roses.
Of course.
But
there was
number
Rose
1,
and Jack. We got that first rose out of the way
she
right away.
would never make the list. Share the door.
I know. I just wanted to aggravate you.
Ooh, like I could really do share the door. You
stop it with the
but
door.
I won't do that.
James Cameron did a whole documentary on the door, and we solved that. Stop it.
No. We didn't solve that. There was room on that door.
Oh boy.
Room on that door.
What happened? Are you okay?
What happened?
Oh, nothing. Spilled my coffee all over the floor.
Oh, ooh, that's not good.
Ooh.
Ugh, coffee on the floor. That's awful.
Yeah. Kenny, just don't have a door over there because a girl will push you into the coffee.
Oh God.
But number 1, Neil Diamond is great, by the way.
Neil Diamond is amazing.
But what do people love on Valentine's Day?
I'm looking right. He's right underneath Kenny, so I'm looking right at him.
Underneath Kenny. John Candy, number 1 by a mile. It's not even close.
That's my
not
sister's.
even close. John Candy is number 1. Love Neil Diamond, but John Candy is number 1, and there is no contest.
I recommend I Like Me. That's his documentary. If you haven't seen it, it is really good.
Yes, I have it queued up, actually. That is planned to watch today because of Valentine's.
Get your tissues out, man. Get your tissues out.
I was in tears when I watched the Val Kilmer one.
Oh, Val Kilmer was awful. Awful. But you know what? The one thing I loved about Val Kilmer was he filmed so much. Like he really filmed everything.
He documented his whole life.
Soleil Moon Frye did the same thing. I love people that had cameras like that because there wasn't really anything like that back then. So it's really good to have all that documentary footage, you know. But yeah, Kid 90 is another one. Like I said, Soleil Moon Frye, where she had all her friends filmed everything that went on back then, and so many actors that are gone now were just in her circle. So what Val Kilmer did was amazing as far as that stuff goes.
Yeah,
what a great thing. But
so Kenny, did you like that top 5?
He's never going to say he. I don't think Kenny's ever going to give you what you want. Okay.
Look, this is somebody that thinks.
I'd give it a 7.
This is somebody that thinks Robert Horry is better than Larry Bird, which is insane to me. And
he said it himself. He can't run a jump.
He's a so-called selfish.
Oh my God! You're gonna give him a stroke. Stop it.
Oh my goodness, yo.
Oh my goodness! You're giving Kenny you're giving him agita.
He deserves it. I took his green card.
Oh, sciatica.
That's like Attica, but like different. Attica. Sciatica. It's for older people.
Yeah, that's when we were making fun of LeBron James.
Oh gosh.
Oh no. Oh my goodness.
So, all right, there you go. There's my top 5. That is John Candy, easily number 1. Not even close.
Yeah.
So
really good. Really good.
You guys can wrap it up.
We are wrapping it up. This is it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't have any graphics for tomorrow, but it's me and Kenny tomorrow.
Yep.
Ron and Kenny tomorrow. They're tearing it up, and Ron will probably have another top 5 if I know
will.
him.
I will.
I think Ron. Honestly,
Pet
I think
week.
Ron.
How
wakes
could I
up-
not
I
have
think
one with
Ron
Pet
has
week?
a top 5 every day, even when he's not on. I think he has one when he wakes up in the morning,
I always have one prepared.
and he's like, "This is my top 5 breakfast foods that I wish I had while I eat my breakfast." And this particular
good
thing right
one.
here did not make the list.
That's a good
Orange
one.
juice.
Ooh, I could do a top 5 of things I eat for breakfast that aren't breakfast foods.
See, there you go. See, Ron has just got top 5 on his brain. He's just a one-track mind.
Is one of them egg foo
I'll
young?
have to have like breakfast for a theme week or something.
You know what,
So
Kenny?
that way
You
I can
should
do
do a top 5 of Ron doing top 5s. That's what you should
awesome.
do. You should be like,
Yes.
this is my top 5
Ron's
times
top
that Ron
5
did a
top
top 5
5s.
and pissed me off.
Well, look,
Yes.
I'll tell you, tomorrow
Yes.
morning,
Yes.
I have an episode of the top 5 at 9 a.m. Eastern. Do you remember, Kenny, when I did the top 5 most beautiful black women?
That's right. He does have yeah.
Here we go.
I saw that when I was looking through the shows. I saw that was scheduled.
Yes.
So Ron is running his
Let me tell
previous
you,
top
that
5s.
it was absolutely hilarious. Hilarious.
Well, I'm sure you pissed Kenny off like every 2 seconds with that one. I can see it.
Yeah. Oh,
Does,
yeah.
I bet
he
you that's
did
got a
not
million
agree.
views. Does it have a million views yet? It didn't even start.
I don't know. It should. It should. You know, it is a gem of an episode. So you got to watch that. And then at 10 o'clock, it's me and Kenny going at it again. And
Okay.
there will be another great one, of course. We have too much fun. And I know we do like the NBA show together, and the last 2 NBA shows are absolutely hilarious. Hilarious. The others. Larry and the others.
Oh my goodness. Well, all I can say today is it's Valentine's Day. Love defensively. Like you would drive defensively. Love defensively.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
Oh, Ira's in the house.
Iris,
The
yeah,
disrespect
yeah.
is coming. Yes. Got to
Yep,
check it out
yep.
tomorrow.
As always.
Got to check it
as
out
always.
tomorrow. All right, wrap it up. Let's go.
Okay. I'm wrapping it up.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so listen, I thought you I hope everybody loved the show today and had a good time listening to us, right? And if you have not gone out and gotten your Valentine's stuff, you should probably go right now. Go right now out there and get all you guys who are waiting for like the last hour to buy your stuff. Go get it now. I know. Ron's like, oh, there's still time. There's still 6 hours.
All I need is a bow.
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, all right.
So tomorrow again, there's Ron and
Okay,
Kenny. Monday, my friend Siobhan is on, and I'm going to interview her for Pet Week. And in the meantime, go get your coffee and have a great day because we've got it going on daily.
Take care.
Bye-bye.